Welcome back. This week we're going to be revisiting spray-on sealants or last stage protections. So there's many different examples of this in the category. You've got your ceramic spray sealants, you've got spray waxes, you've got the polymer based ones who are a bit more old school. So today we're going to go over what is traditionally a spray wax, and people might think, oh, that sounds a bit old school. Is it an old product? Yes, it is. Obviously by the title of this video you should already know what that is, and you've clicked on here knowing that. So let's get right into it and have a look at today's product. So we are of course talking then Turtle Wax Seal and Shine. So this, like I mentioned before in the intro, is a super old school product. This has been around for many a year and it's actually categorized as a spray wax. So it's not one of the more modern polymer spray sealants, whether it's polymer based, whether it's one of the newer ceramic ones. This sort of predates all of that technology. So this then, like I mentioned, is a spray-on wax as such. It is infused with carnauba wax and it does say that on the label. It also mentions a few other bits that would be of interest, some of the more newer technologies. So it mentions here, blended with a unique polymer, SiO2, UV blockers and inhibitors. So it will have some ceramic-like properties and polymer properties. It's not just a spray wax, but this is more of a traditional spray wax than you would otherwise use with something that is just SiO2 based or polymer based like we've looked at in the past before. So we've already had Auto Glim's Rapid Ceramic Spray on the channel as a true ceramic. Maybe not the best one out there, but it's definitely a run-of-the-mill sort of mid-pack product, nothing wrong with it at all. We've looked at Sonax's Extreme Brilliant Shine Detailer, which again is a polymer based one, and that is sort of real low-end value, sort of budget orientated when you look at the price, but when you look at the performance, we've obviously discussed it works well above that. This one is another truly amazing value product then. This at the time of filming, and has been for last couple of years from what I've seen. These are 500ml spray bottles, as is quite the norm for this category, and you can get two of these for £15 on Amazon in the UK. So at £7.50 a bottle, that makes it even cheaper than BSD. Obviously BSD you get a bit more than that. You're looking at 750ml, but for what you're getting, this is a great value. For the average person just at home then, you won't need anything more than this in terms of volumes. But if you are a professional detailer and you're looking at getting this at an even better value, Turtle Wax do offer it in bulk. So you can buy this in a drum and it makes it extremely good value. Someone like myself just wouldn't get through this, even buying a couple of these with the infrequent use that it gets. I still haven't even used one of these, we're a couple of years in. So you obviously got to the point where this product might not be as effective. Sat on the shelf for a couple of years, maybe it's not getting used as much as you would like, and you're not getting through it quick enough for it to be truly effective. If you are getting through this stuff ultra quick, like I said, there's that even better value option, buying it in bulk in a drum. So this is like a lot of products then. This is designed to go on the car obviously as an LSP or last stage protection. So the idea is you've gone through all your cleaning phases, the car's dry, you then put this on for the best possible effects. So a lot of these labels, although they do try and enhance their properties and what they believe to be, ultra durable or super slick or whatever their marketing is telling you, this does actually mention on here about extreme durability. It says delivers ridiculous water beading and chemical resistant protection for up to 6 months. And in my testing and a lot of other people's testing, that claim is somewhat true. So this is one of those ultra chemical resistant products you'll have seen on other channels if you're into these sorts of things and you're looking at these reviews more frequently. That someone like Forensic Detailing will do a chemical compatibility test, or they'll do the wash test and see how many washes it can survive. Somewhat indicative of how good is it in a real world performance. What that test does, it basically allows you to just group a load of products together, give them the same repeatable processes and see which ones wins. It's not indicative necessarily of real world conditions, but it is a good test, if nonetheless, for chemical compatibility and see how durable that is, at least as the chemical resistance side. Maybe not all world durability. This is always right up there. You're looking at, could you get 6 months out of this? Probably yes. And maybe just in the summer. You'd have to have good conditions, I think. In the depths of winter, if you put this on right at the start of a winter here in the UK, or if you're in Canada or something like that, and you've got, really bad conditions in winter, Northern Europe, something like that, I don't think you can get 6 months out of one of these products, but equally saying that, I don't think you would get that out of any of these, to be quite honest. So I think that is a fair claim for a product that is durable, is great value. So what we'll do now then, we'll get outside, we'll get through all the processes to get to this stage. Obviously it's called an LSP for a reason. We'll get to that last stage and we'll see how it fares. So here we are then, just having a quick look, condition check, pre-wash. You can see front alloys pretty blathered, plenty of brake dust on there. Decent level of road film, considering time of year now. We're supposed to be coming into better weather, but we have had a lot of rain recently. Again, rear wheels pretty blathered, and then a decent level of traffic film here on the rear screen. Right then, here we are outside. We've just put a quick APC pre-treatment at wheels. Now we're going to get snow foam on. First time round then. So we have used Touchless today then for this pre-wash, the initial snow foam. So we'll give that right amount of dwell time, then we'll get it rinsed off, get ready for the contact wash. Right then, here we are, final stage, putting on that LSP. So as I mentioned before, tail wax seal and shine. As we do quite regular on this channel, we're going to go thin pile for application, slightly thicker pile for that buff off, and that's just so we're not getting too much product absorbed within this during the application phase. So I'll get on with this now, see what it looks like. Has quite a distinct smell, this one. It's not good or bad per se, it's just quite strong, quite noticeable, something that's unique to this product. Nice to see some of that machine polished goodness. Bit of sun for once. So that's just helped add that little bit of gloss doing the application. You can see it's not just metallic grey, there is a bit of green and gold in this. It's a real nice colour, Carpathian grey, and that you can get on the autobiography models. We're just going to have a quick look, hydrophobics wise, then what it does with this application. Total Wax Seal and Shine. We've got it all over everything now, so it should be a pretty good representation. You can see they've flooded that initial part. Some of the other bits here we haven't, so you can see the water beading and what's representative of when you got this product on. You can see it gives nice tight small water droplets before it gets too flooded, like this part. And then as it floods, again you can see that water behaviour as it's running off. It gives you real nice tight beading, tight droplets. Decent little contact angles really for what is a spray wax. Let me know your thoughts. Have you tried this? Are you going to try it? When you look at spray wax you might think it's a bit old school, a bit old hat. It's definitely not. It's definitely one of the most durable products. Super up to date really. When you look at the durability it still offers and what you can get from it. So although this is deionised water, I'll just give it a quick wipe off. Leave any streaking mineral deposits or water spotting or anything behind. And there, it gives a real nice finish, nice water behaviour before it floods. I think it does really well there, holding on to those contact angles before it starts. Let me know, what do you think? Alright then, here we are, back in the garage, post-wash, post-application of the Turtle Wax Seal and Shine. So like I've mentioned outside, let me know your comments. What do you think to it? Were you expecting that sort of hydrophobics and water behaviour from what is essentially marketed as a spray wax and not a polymer sealant or a ceramic sealant? I think a lot of you, if you give this a try, will be really surprised how durable it is, how good it looks when it's been on in the application, and the bit of gloss and everything that you get. Obviously showed you a tiny bit of paintwork just post application there in the sunlight and what it looks like. Obviously surface finish isn't just about how much of a gloss enhancer or whatever this is. It will depend how good your clear coat is beneath that. You know, it's only been sort of 12 months-ish since I machine polished the whole car, so this paint is still in really good condition and the clear coat. So that is obviously the main contributing factor to that, but this certainly does work and help enhance that a little bit. I could see as I was going over the bonnet or the hood area half and half application. I sort of split it into a couple of pieces just because there were direct sunlight on some parts of it during later in the day. So you could tell a noticeable difference once I've quickly applied and buffed off versus one side and the other in terms of which side had had less applied to it. Helped that pop in that metallic paint just come to the life a little bit, and it definitely was noticeable. So I think in summary then, great product, value for money, amazing. You don't get many products that are cheaper, bottle for bottle, even if not milliliter for milliliter, depending on what sort of products you're comparing this to, whether it's Sonax BSD or the like, which is a bit more expensive, but also a slightly larger bottle. Like I mentioned, if you are going through this stuff at a rate of knots, maybe using it professionally or commercially or something like that as a product, then you can buy this in drum format and not just little spray bottles. Again, then the value proposition absolutely goes through the roof, and it is a great purchase. Let me know your thoughts. Would you use it? What do you think what do you think compared to some of the other ones we've had on the channel so far? Have you got a preference? Can you tell? Is there something that you'd like to see differentiate these products? Is there anything we can do better to maybe when you're watching them 1 week next, or there's a couple of weeks between them, tell one over the other which is the best? Is a simple spray application with a bit of deionized water on the top then? Is that a good representation? Do you like that? Is it a good visual? Not only for water behaviour, but also just to see what it looks like. Like I mentioned outside, it's definitely a distinct smell. I won't say it's bad or good, and it's not one of those where Autoglim's got a smell and actually you think, oh, actually it's quite pleasant. This has a distinct smell. It's quite strong, but it's neither, you know, nearer there really. It's quite neutral. I'm not opposed to it, or I don't think, oh, that's really nice on the other hand. So yeah, that's one thing to consider. Like I mentioned, we're not testing durability, and we never do really, but this durability absolutely through the roof. You can expect sort of 6 months or plus if you're in really favourable conditions where you just got maybe light dirt, pollen and things, you know, whether you're just spanning a summer or you're in a really nice climate that lends itself to these sort of products. I think during depths of winter, like I mentioned before, you won't quite get that, but it'd still be more durable than some of the other LSP spray-ons. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already to what is a new channel. I think we're about 7 months in now as the time of filming. We're growing every day. You know, watch hours have been slowly ticking up over the last couple of months in a favourable manner. Subscribers are slowly counting, so thanks for all your support. Don't forget to like if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.